In every scientific field, we're always on the lookout for whatever new discovery might reveal what's currently beyond the known frontiers. Searches for smaller, more fundamental particles, temperatures ever closer to absolute zero, or distant objects at the recesses of the universe help drive our progress forward. Where our observations or measurements give us a result that we weren't theoretically anticipating, that's the most exciting moment for a scientist, as it's often an omen that we're about to learn something wholly novel about the universe we inhabit. At the 237th meeting of the American Astronomical Society, scientist Feige Wang announced the discovery of a new quasar, an active, ultra-bright, supermassive black hole found at the centers of distant galaxies. This is the most distant quasar, and hence the most distant black hole, ever found. Its light comes to us from when the universe was just 670 million years old, or approximately 5% of its current age, and yet it already grew to a mass that's a whopping 1.6 billion times as massive as our Sun. It's a mystery how a black hole this big can exist this early on, presenting both a crisis and a unique opportunity for astronomers and astrophysicists. If we were to rewind the clock all the way to the very early universe, shortly after the Big Bang, we know that we're looking back to a time before there were galaxies, stars, or black holes of any type. Although there might be a trickle of stars forming between 50 and 100 million years after the Big Bang, the first major burst of star formation isn't expected to occur until closer to 200 million years after the Big Bang. The first stars are expected to be massive, with many stars reaching hundreds or even 1,000 or more solar masses. When those first stars die, which occurs after only a few million years, many of them will collapse into black holes, either through a core collapse supernova or through a different direct collapse process. The early star clusters that house these young black holes occur in the regions of space that started off with significantly more matter than average, the most overdense regions of all. Over time, they'll attract more and more matter into them, leading to the formation and growth of galaxies, bursts of new stars, and enabling those initial black holes to grow. But how fast can they grow? The largest black holes we find in the universe today are a few tens of billions of solar masses, indicating that they devoured a tremendous amount of matter and/or merged with an enormous number of other black holes in order to achieve those masses some 13.8 billion years after the Big Bang. When we look back into the early universe, however, the galaxies we see are smaller, lower in mass, and possess younger populations of stars than their modern-day counterparts. Put simply, the universe needs enormous amounts of cosmic time to pass for structures to grow and evolve.